Hello everybody, thank you for watching. This is part 2 of my question and answer video that I do every single Monday. I'm answering people's questions from last week. You got a question today, go down to the description box, ask me anything you want. I'll answer it next Monday in the next video, okay? Like I said, this is part 2. If you missed part 1, please go back and watch it. I answer other people's questions and I suggest a few things for people. So let's just jump right in with the first question in part 2, okay? It's from Green Irish. I'm guessing your name is Green and you're from Ireland. Okay, so that helps me, reminds me to ask you guys to please leave us your locations, okay? If I miss a question, if I miss your question, please ask me again, please. I won't do it on purpose. It's an accident. It happens. I do that sometimes, and then I answer it the next week. If I clearly misunderstand your question and I'm answering it wrong, please ask me again. If you don't understand my answer, please ask me again. I need you guys to understand what I'm trying to say at least. I may not have all the answers, but the answers are what's going to help you heal, because we need to understand what happened. You can't just fall off the horse, get back on. You can't just get over it. You can't just forgive and forget. You can't just get high. You can't, you know what I mean? There's just, we got to understand. That's what emotional healing is, okay? It's understanding what happened to us and why it happened and why people did what they did. We need to know, okay? I've been drilling this lately, that people that suffer from narcissistic abuse most likely have a form of PTSD, post-trauma, okay? This stuff makes people commit suicide every day. Lots of soldiers are committing suicide from PTSD, and a lot more people that have suffered from abuse, a lot more than soldiers, are killing themselves. So it's a phenomenal rate that people are committing suicide every day, okay? The reason I'm doing this is to help people, supply them with information they need to get better, to make it stop and to heal. Even if I'm not the person to do that, or my information is to do that, it might give them a push, a nudge, it might show them the right direction to get the help they need. So if you guys could just help me, it would help so much by just subscribing to my channel and voting the little thumbs up or down and commenting down below and suggesting these places, okay? Thank you very, very much. So Green Irish says, "Hi David, he hoovered a week ago, nearly after a month of silence, saying he doesn't want to lose me, stuff like that. I ignored him. Thanks to your videos, I wouldn't have been able to do it. It's getting harder as time goes by. I miss him so much. I shouldn't miss him. He has done horrible things to me through the years. What is wrong with me? Feel like I'm not good enough. Every day is a battle to try and get him out of my head, but I fail each day." And you said, "I'm from," but it cut off. So just out of that, it sounds like you're dealing with the addictive element of codependent relationship, okay? Codependency, dependency is part addiction. So you're addicted to this rise and fall of the relationship, okay? We have happy hormones that serve a purpose for different things, to help us do things in life, to survive and have children and stuff like this. And these hormones make us feel good. And the relationship you're in, the tumultuous relationship that rises and falls, that's up and down, that's good and bad, it's so unstable, makes our hormones do that, makes our hormones go up and down, and we become dependent on that. Just like drugs makes our hormones go up and down. Drug abuse, alcohol abuse makes it go up and down. Gambling abuse makes it go up and down. Addictions, dependency, makes those happy hormones rise and fall, and we become addicted to that. Okay, so your brain wants what makes it do that. It wants him. But yourself should be scared to hell. So when we fall into our addiction and contact someone who we should be totally scared of, our addiction's taking over. We're not connected to ourselves, just our brains. Does that make sense? You said, "I feel like I'm not good enough." You're not good enough for a narcissist, someone who's so codependent. You're not enough, period. It's not about being good enough. You're not enough. He's dependent, and he needs to figure out how to take care of himself, and you got to stop taking care of him. I know it sounds like it's stopped, but that's the problem, is you're used to doing things for him and taking care of him. And you've been with somebody who makes you feel like you're not good enough. That's typically from your childhood, just to help you out. You probably have a parent, or both your parents. They put all the focus on what you do and not how you feel. And if all that matters is what you do, now you're performing. That means you could be not enough. If you're not good enough, that means your parents didn't love you unconditionally. Their love and attention for you was conditional. Just like this guy, you haven't healed from your parents, that's why we're doing it again. I hope that makes sense, okay? Hire a professional to help you. We can't do this alone. Don't try. You're going to make bad mistakes that can keep ruining your life. That's why we need help, okay? Just like you can't, do engine work to your car on yourself. I wouldn't try to do work on this by yourself, okay? Good luck, and I'm sorry. Hi, it's Clover from Georgia. Hello, Clover. This is crazy, but I miss my narc. You miss the person who abuses you and makes you feel like crap and cheats on you and lies to you and exploits you and talks bad about you and uses you. And they're unstable and they're crazy and they're mean and they're nasty and they don't care about respect or self-respect or loyalty or integrity or honesty. That is crazy that you miss them. No, you don't. Your brain wants to rise and fall. If you come see me, I help your hormones go back up. So you don't need that person. I know how to do that. Other professionals do too. You can take drugs. Wouldn't recommend that. There's no drug that cures this. But you can go see a professional. That's what I recommend. It's weird, but it's like I feel like I want to just sit on the sidelines and wait for him to play with me whenever he needs me. No self. You've completely lost yourself and you're all just about him. The other half, your other half, codependent, your other half is gone. You're just waiting for it to return. It's like I know we're not right for each other, and so I just want to be there if he doesn't find someone better. Oh my God, that's killing me. That's so sad. Better how? How are people better than you? Oh man. It's like I don't want him to be sad and alone. That's you. That's you. That's not him. Yourself doesn't want you to be sad and alone. And you believe you need him to do that. Your brain's telling you that, and your brain doesn't know shit. Your brain's never done this, so how could it know what to do? It doesn't. I suggest you find somebody to help you decide what to do. Oh man. Why am I feeling like this? Why can't I just let him go and move on? Because you've been so enmeshed with this person. This is such a codependent relationship that you believe the other half of your body is gone. And you need you need that other half of you to come back to be complete again. You have compromised everything about yourself. You tell me what's important to you right now. Okay? You just shout out some of the things that are important to you. Okay? And you're never going to get it from him. He doesn't care about those things. To be with him, you had to shove and move all your principles out of the way. And you've become unstable sense of your own self. This instability that you feel, your brain's telling you, you need this person back that you're dependent on. It's not him, it's your hormones you're dependent on. We need these things. And you've abused this and it's gone up and down so much, they're gone. You're depleted of all these hormones and your brain wants it back and thinks it's him that you want back. You're not in touch with yourself, so you're falling into this. Ground yourself. Get help. Please. You're going to make mistakes. Here's one mistake I see people make all the time. Their abuser goes and has sex with other people after the relationship's over, and they want this abuser back, victims, so they bring them back and they give them sex and then they get a disease. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that story. Just one little thing that can happen. Or you can get pregnant. Lots of other things that can happen. Get help, okay? You're worthy of it. You deserve it, and it's not hard. Someone can help you big time. Thank you. Next question is from Amber in Iowa. Hello, Amber. Hello, David. I was wondering if you think childhood bullying can cause personality disorders. All textbooks and such always discuss abuse, dysfunctional families, etc. But I've never seen anything about abusive kids in school, invalidating teachers, that kind of stuff. So much of a child's life is in school, and I feel like even if a child has a great family, they can become disordered because of their school experience. Thank you. Love your videos, and you've helped immensely. I think I'm going to do a video next about this. It comes up so much. I've had clients that just find it so hard to see the abuse and neglect they experienced at home, but it's so easy to see the abuse and neglect they experienced at school. It's just a really hard thing to do. I can't explain it enough, how hard it is to see our childhood and the imperfections that happened, and how it's just normal, so we think it's all fine and okay. Amber, no. Quick, short answer, no. It can play a part, sure. It's a part of your development, but I don't believe it causes personality disorders, and here's why. Because it all comes back to the parents, okay? Parents don't let their children get bullied in school, period. Period. Because children believe they deserve more, they have more confidence, more love and attention to at least go home and tell their parents. Children that are neglected and aren't being abused will go home and tell people that they're being bullied right away. Period. Okay? For all of you who have been bullied and you don't go home and tell your parents, there's a huge problem. And for all of you who've been bullied and you go home and tell your parents and it continues, there's a huge problem. Because my children need education, but they're not going to go get bullied. I don't care if I have to be there with them. I don't care if I have to threaten the principal. They're not going to get bullied, and I'm going to make damn sure of it. I'm going to make sure my children know how to stand up for themselves. And I'm going to make sure that they aren't exposed to danger like that. That's dangerous, and it's not okay, and it's not situational. Just, you know, and this is going to be the hardest thing for people to understand that have been bullied. It's because of your home. Children that are bullied at school are neglected or abused at home, period. Especially ongoing. You know, one incident where an older kid beat them up one day or something, or picked on them one time or something, okay. But what I see, that's not what I see. I see years. They'll say it happened throughout, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of school. It's not okay. It's not okay to be bullied, and I've heard all the excuses from parents. Oh, they didn't mean it. Oh, you'll get over it. Just fight back. Oh, just tell the principal. Just tell the teacher. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's called neglect. That's called neglect. It doesn't happen, and if I had children, I promise you, I swear on everything, they aren't going to be bullied at school. Nope. I hope that rings home. I hope that people have been bullied understand that you have problems at home. Period. Anybody want to ask me more questions about this, please do. I think I'm going to make a whole other video about it. It definitely needs it. It's so hard to look at our own childhood. It's so hard to self-examine, especially that far back. It's so hard to look at and examine our families and compare them to other families when we can't. We don't live there. We don't know. Yeah, bullying is so bad. And it happens in adulthood. It happens, what I've talked about, Shane's Law petition, and what's happening in this community. There's YouTube channels acting like victims of narcissists, and they are narcissists, and they're abusing and victimizing other people. They're bullies. They're bullies. And you can see the people that react to it are used to being bullied. I don't react to it. I also haven't been bullied. So when somebody bullies me, it's pretty foreign. It's pretty weird. But I don't need to react to it. I understand it's the person's problem that's bullying. Anyways, hope that makes sense. Please keep asking me questions, okay? Please look at your childhood and get a professional to help you do that. Judd says, love the videos, David. Love your direct honesty, hitting the nail right on the head with no messing. Good work and much appreciated. Thank you, Judd. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say. Thanks. Let's see. Next one is from I have no idea how to say your name. Alcon? Akawan? I can't even try. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please tell me if you can. I'd love to know people's names, how to say it right. I don't want to be wrong and disrespect you. So if you can, please tell me your name or how to say it. And I don't know where you're from either. Please tell us your locations, everybody. Tell us where you are from. I don't see myself as a victim. I see myself as a survivor who went through some very difficult life challenges. Healing from this abuse is a struggle. It took time, patience, therapy, humility, and the willingness to learn and grow. I accepted the fact that my mother was a narcissist and forgave her for the abuse. I held her accountable by walking away and going no contact. Acceptance and forgiveness enabled me to heal and move on. It doesn't happen overnight. I've become empowered with wisdom, and I've learned that genuine love begins when you learn to love yourself and to not care so much about other people's opinions, unless, of course, the person is giving you sound advice for your own well-being. I enjoy my own company, and I enjoy the company of good friends. I had to let some people go because they were just too toxic to my health and well-being to be in my life. I finally found peace when I learned to create healthy boundaries and not allow others to cross them. You can't avoid contact with a toxic person, but you can shield yourself from their toxic poison by keeping yourself at a safe distance from them. I just wanted to read that because I like it. It was good. Well written and well thought out and very true, or at least I agree with it. Thanks for sharing that. I wanted to add, you shield yourself by loving yourself. That's how you do it. It's our shame, it's our low self-worth is the reason we allow these people, not just allow them in our life, but the way that we react and respond to them and allow the abuse. You'll never be completely toxic free of toxic people in your entire life. You're going to have to deal with them and work with them and brush shoulders and walk alongside them and stuff like this sometimes in your life. And loving yourself doesn't allow people to mistreat you. That's the important part, okay? But that was great. Very well written. Thank you. Next one is from me in Minnesota. Not me, but me. How do you detach from an abusive parent who sadly is now showing signs of dementia? My siblings have already distanced themselves and I'm left to take care for her. Love has always been conditional towards me. As long as I do something for her, she will say I love you. Otherwise, she doesn't. She constantly throws things in my face, trying to continue to hurt and demean me, sometimes going back 40 plus years. Criticizing my parenting, although she has a parent, turned a blind eye to sexual abuse and blames me for the divorce due to outing him. I moved out 14, but sadly moved in back in the state 20 years later. I put my life on hold to care for her, and it is a daily battle to keep my esteem healthy. I mean, who am I if I am not the one disappointing my mother? Now she is wanting me to live with her and care for her. I already care for my special needs daughter. What can I do as I am the only person in her life? The thought of abandoning her in her state would destroy me from guilt. I know she has control of me and I don't know what to do. Then you go get help. You're asking for it here, but I can't provide you the help that you need this way. I'll answer this question the best I can, but that's not enough, okay? I can tell you you're great. You don't believe that. I can tell you you shouldn't let this happen, but you still will, okay? You need help. We need to heal from this. I made a video just recently, a couple weeks ago. Please go back and try to find it. It's about how do we heal from our abusive parents and still keep them in our life. Not that I suggest you do that, okay? But everything has to be on your terms. Once you heal and once you raise your self-worth, you'll know how to apply boundaries, and this relationship can be on your terms. If you do not create space and you do not heal from this, it'll never be on your terms, okay? Here's something. You already care for my special needs daughter. I already care for my special needs daughter. So here's something important to know. Commitments take time and space. That means we can only make so many commitments in our life. You can't do both. You cannot care for your special needs daughter, and you cannot be a good, healthy mother by keeping this sick mom in your life. You can't. So the commitment, if you're committed to taking care of your daughter, you're failing. You have to choose one or the other, not both. You cannot be abused in your life and be a good mom for your daughter. You're already failing your daughter. I hope that helps you make a decision. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't like to do that. I suggest heal from your mom's abuse. And you're not going to do that with her. So do that without her. You owe her nothing. The reason you're doing this is because you're codependent and lost yourself with your mother. Go find out who you are so you can have some inner strength and some worth, some self-worth. And start not letting people treat you badly, starting with your mother. If you want her in your life, it has to be on your terms, and that means you can't take care of her anymore. There are caretakers that do this for you, and that's what needs to be done. Somebody else needs to take care of your mother, okay? And if she's this bad and can't stop abusing you, just think of that. She's this sick and this bad and can't stop abusing you when she wants your help and needs you there. It's sick. It's sick. I'm not going to tell you what to do, except if you would like this to change, get help, okay? Find someone to help you. Try watching that video I made a couple weeks ago. Maybe it'll make more sense to you. I'm sorry. Awful situation. Really is. Just want to see something here. Sorry. Just want to see where I'm at. I have a lot of questions this week. I don't think I'm going to fit all this into part 2. So I think I'll answer this last one and I'll make a part 3. Okay, guys? Last question for part 2. From Clover in Georgia, if I remember right. I know this is crazy, but is it possible for a narc to really be in love with one of his victims more than the others? I don't think a narcissist is in love with anybody, especially themselves. They hate themselves, so they hate people. But let's just say this. This is what I replied to you. Don't you have a favorite car you owned? I do. I missed my first one. It's a '69 Mustang. I totally cherried it out. It was so nice. I miss that car. Might be my favorite. Wouldn't mind having that one back again. Or don't you have a favorite house you lived in? Favorite shirt? Favorite pair of pants, ladies? Shoes? Shoes, ladies? Yeah. Favorite shoe? Favorite piece of jewelry? Yeah. We can have favorite objects. So yeah, narcissists can have favorite victims. Sure. Were you hoping that you're his favorite victim? Because you're not a human being to them. That's all you are, is objects. That's why I use that analogy, objects. This is my favorite stapler I've ever owned. I've had others, but this is favorite. I like pink, and it works really well. But I'm always going to need a stapler, and once this one fails me, it's out, and I'll have to get another one. If I can't find one just like this, I hope I find a better one. I hope I find a prettier one, cooler than this one. Works better even. But if not, then this will be my favorite. In the trash somewhere. Hope that makes sense. It's called exploitation. Some people exploit other people as if they're objects. They serve a purpose, a reason. Okay? That's it for part 2. I'm going to make a part 3 because I have a few more questions and I'm going to run out of time. I know that, so I'm going to leave the next few for part 3. Please, if you can, go to it, watch it, and vote, comment, things like this. It really helps me, guys. Anybody who wants coaching, I'm currently taking new clients, www.daviddemars.com. Thank you. Love yourself first. I'll see you in part 3. Bye.